I'm locking the place down. Yeah.
Oh, right, Nan, you've got to look at it. Oh, she just needs to get a hat.
Look at the jug there. We'll be right.
Deborah's throat goes.
Right, are we all ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
We're having a baby.
Hey?
Did it work?
Did you get to see it or not?
Ouch.
I ain't gonna laugh, am I?
Bless you. Sit up, that's sticking out.
Look, he said, tell me when it's wrong.
No, I'm telling you, tummy.
And I'm telling you.
Right, just look down the lens for me, Grandad.
Look down the lens.
I heard the echo there.
Yeah.
And then we can start. But I've just started it rolling, so if you've got like a little birthday message to Nathan.
Well, it's on now, is it
It's on
rolling?
now, yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Is that right? It's Grandad's big chair. Right, ready?
Whenever you are.
Oh, Nathan. This is a little video for you for your birthday. I hope you enjoy it. And every other bugger will be wanting to watch it. Right?
Yeah.
They
Right.
will. They'll all want to watch it.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Hi, Nath. Happy birthday, mate. I'm sure this is what you wanted, and you got a professional doing it for you, so Nana says anyway. Anyway, there's so many memories about you and your brothers that are always being planted in my mind, especially our holiday in Europe when we went there, and even on the way crossing when you bought these fantastic pair of sunglasses and you put them on.
Nathan had bought some new sunglasses. And he said, "God, see lovely out of these sunglasses." Everybody started to laugh. He didn't realise he'd lost one lens out of his glass, so he'd only got one. And we're going, "Yeah, I bet you can see lovely out of them." And he never even realised he'd lost one. Can you remember that?
I do remember that, yeah.
He didn't even realise there was a lens missing, but that brought the house down quite a bit. Then our travels through Europe, there was lots of events with you and your brothers, teaching you how to play poker and teaching you how to play brag.
Grandad used to play cards with you. And you sat, I think you sat nearly all day playing cards with Grandad.
And then there was even that event with Nana when she got your mum's lip gloss.
When I thought I was painting me toenails, so I was outside the caravan with you boys, paint me toenails, paint me fingernails, and I thought, oh, it's not drying. And your mum come along and said, "What you doing with my lip gloss?" And I go, "Lip gloss? I thought that was nail varnish. I'll put that on me toes." And she said, "That's my best lip gloss, Mum, and I'd used it for me hands and me feet."
That was hilarious. Anyway, this is not about you and your brothers, I suppose. This is about me, your granddad. Angus Montgomery Ross. What a bloody mouthful.
Christ, this is going to be funny, don't make me laugh. Right. My name is Belinda Ross.
Alright, start again. Catch you up on your name.
Right. My name is Belinda Ross. I'm 77 years old. And I was born in Stowmarket. Now do I carry on?
Yeah.
Well, it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 2 wheel, we going strong, strong.
Until I was 8 years old, I lived in Ipswich Street in a big house with my aunts and uncles and my nana and granddad. We all lived together and it was lovely. We had a big cellar, and I always remember we had a rocking horse in the cellar, and that's where we used to go down on there, always on a Monday, because that was wash day on a Monday. And I dreaded dinner on a Monday because that was always cold meat, potatoes and pickles. We had a lovely time as a childhood living there, especially at Christmas, because all the family were together. We didn't have a television, but your parents and all them used to get round a piano and sing, which people wouldn't do today. And when I started school, I had my best mate Josephine, and I hated milk, and we had to drink milk every day. They gave us a little bottle. So we agreed, right when we were 5 years old, she'd sit next to me and she'd drink hers quickly, pass me her empty bottle, and then she'd drink mine for me so I didn't get into trouble. And she stayed my best friend until we left school and we went our own way. At school, I was terrible. I was thick, never got on at school, never liked it, didn't like the teachers, couldn't wait to leave school. And the things me, Josie and our friends used to do when we were kids, well, I used to get on my bike to my friends and spend the whole day, and we'd just go round the fields, climbing trees, falling in ditches, pinching apples off trees in people's gardens. And I used to fill me knickers with the apples and then put me things over the top so nobody could see them. One day they got caught and I didn't, so I got away with it and they didn't, so that put a stop to that. Then I'd go, my brother, and we'd go chasing cows in the fields, getting up to all sorts where children can't do that now.
Chasing cows?
Yeah, cows in the fields.
What would happen when you caught a cow?
We used to chase them so they'd run. And then we'd get the farmer with a stick chasing us. And we'd run like hell out of the farmer's way because he'd chase us with a stick.
What age is this?
I was 9. And then when I left school, I worked in a cigarette factory. It was at Portman's at Ipswich. I only lasted a week there.
Why?
I didn't like it. I was only 15. I had to be up at 6 in the morning, get on a train to Ipswich, and I never got home until 7. That was too long for me. So I got a job then in basket factory, just up the road, and I learned to make basket work. It was a trade. I could make baskets, cots, all things like that. And that was a cushy job. I used to spend, well, we were only busy in the summer, so in the winter I used to take me knitting. Yeah, and that was the last full-time job I had, because then I got married to your granddad. I met Andy when I was 16.
Angus Montgomery Ross, what a bloody mouthful. Born Dingwall, 1941, June the 8th at 9:15 in the morning. I don't remember much about Scotland really, because I was obviously very young. I remember one little incident when I was in hospital with the mumps and the grandfather came to visit me and I wasn't there, I was missing. And they found me outside with the farmer sitting on his tractor going up and down the bloody fields. Can't remember whether I got told off, I'm sure I didn't. Because Grandad did everything for me. He was my real parents. I didn't actually know my parents because my father was in the Air Force at war. And my mother, well, I don't know, she was a bit of a girl at times. She used to go out with my auntie Flo dancing. I was left Dingwall round about when I was 7, 8 or 9 years old and moved to Perth to stay with my granddad's son, Uncle Andy, Auntie Mary and his 2 boys, Ian and Dennis. And Dennis is now in the States, as we know. And I stayed with them for a couple of years. I remember one event that happened that my grandfather was, he was always sort of working with things begin with F. He was either the fishmonger or a furniture dealer. I don't know where the furniture bit come in. And I had to go to his shop one night to get a phone call. My mother and father were apparently getting divorced, but I didn't really know them. And I had to make a decision who I wanted to be my legal guardian, mother and my father. Well, not knowing them, I couldn't really make up my mind or make a decision, but my granddad sort of helped me along the way, and he suggested that my father be my legal guardian. And the phone calls came in, one from my mother, one from my father, and I passed the message on at 9 years old. It was a bit frightening really for me to make a decision like that, but I went for my father, even though I only saw him twice for the rest of my life. But anyway, as things went on, I went down to Norwich, went and stayed with my auntie, which was my granddad's daughter, and spent several years there growing up with their family. Stan, Peter and John, their 3 boys, went to school with them. Went to work in Norwich, joined a shoe factory, but my biggest downfall in my life was money. I have no sense of money. I got into debt left, right and centre and blew everything I ever had. Granddad died in 1958 and he left me about £1,800. That's a lot of money in those days. But I managed to forge my auntie's signature and draw it all out and got down to £8 or £9 left, I think it was. That's right, little bastard. And then I joined the Air Force. I thought, come on, let's do that. And there we go. I joined the Air Force for 22 and a half years and was lucky and went all over the world. I went off to Singapore, the Maldives, and when I come back from the Maldives I moved to Stewmarket. And that's when I met your Nana.
We met, actually, at the Queen's Head.
Right.
I came at the Queen. I was in the Queen's Head with my friends, weren't I?
Yep.
And you were at the bar, just come back from Singapore.
Maldives. Gan.
Showing off some pictures, weren't you? And
Well,
monkeys or something, I don't know.
they didn't have any monkeys in
Well,
Maldives.
you were
They were in
showing off
Gibraltar.
anyway. You were showing off.
Yeah, as
And
I
I
always
just-
do.
And then I came out with my mates first.
Yeah.
Then you followed me and picked me up and swung me around, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. I turned around and told him, get lost, you stupid boy.
She didn't like me at first. I don't know whether she does now, actually, to be quite honest with you.
2 days later, my friend phoned me up at work because she worked on the switchboard. So she phoned me up at work and she said, I've got a date for you tonight. And I go, no, I haven't met anybody, I haven't got a date. She said, yeah, I've arranged it. And I said, who is it? When she told me who it was, I said, no, I'm not meeting him, I don't like him.
You know, she said to you, you've got a date.
That's
you said,
right.
no, I haven't. You said, yes, you have. It's that bloke.
I know, and I said, I don't like him. Yeah, remember?
Yeah, memories.
So she said, I know, we all like him and he'll talk to us if you don't go out with him, just once. So you got to meet him at the pictures, I've arranged that. So I said, okay. Told me mum, and I said, Mum, I don't want to go. And she said, I'd got to. So I made sure I was late because I thought, if I'm really late, he'll give up. And then I won't have to see him.
And we arranged a time for a meeting, and I waited and waited and waited, and been stood up. So I started walking back down from the Regal down towards the marketplace, and there she was, ambling up in a slow little pace, hoping that I'd been gone. Remember, she wore a charcoal grey 2-piece suit with red lining all the way down the side. Looked lovely.
I was late, and as I was walking towards the cinema, Grandad was on his way back. And he said, "Oh, I didn't think you could make it." I said, "Give up." I said, "Oh no, sorry, I'm on the drag." And the funny thing is, he didn't realise that my auntie worked at the cinema.
No, we went in the cinema and they said 2 please.
And she said, "It's quite all right, the complimentary ticket." And he said, "Oh,
And then Nana sat there, "That's me aunt, you know, that's me aunt."
that's very good of you." Looked at me, I said, "She's me auntie." And then my auntie told me off
And her aunt was saying, "Sit up, Linda, stand up straight, you know."
because she thought he was posh. And I go, "Oh, stand up straight." And she said, "Stand up straight." So I had to stand up straight. Then he asked me if I wanted any sweets.
I bought her some sweets and that. We had the back row seat, and of course Aunt kept looking over the top every now and again.
Half time, he asked me if I wanted an ice cream, and I said, "Yes, please."
Like a gentleman that I really was, I took the handkerchief out of my pocket and laid it on her lap so she wouldn't drop the chocolate on it.
So I didn't mess my skirt up.
And she thought it bloody stupid.
I thought, what an idiot. And then he asked for another date, and we took it from there.
We got engaged in Christchurch Park in
Yes.
Ipswich, didn't we? I
Yes,
put a
we
ring
did.
on your finger and you put a ring on my finger. We still got them.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
still
right.
got mine.
Yeah, I still got mine.
And then I asked your father if I could marry you, didn't
No,
I?
that was Mother.
Mother, was it?
Yeah, she said she didn't care.
Oh, I thought it was your father.
Well, no, he was at the pub.
But I remember who I asked. He's not always at the pub.
Yes, he was.
Anyway, just because he's bloody alcoholic, that's all.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
was.
but he only drank half pints at every pub in Stowmarket, yes. I know.
Yes, he was drunk.
Yeah.
Then,
right.
yeah, you asked Mum, and Mum said she didn't care what we done.
No. We have now been married for 58 years. How you managed to put up with it, I don't know.
No, I don't
Not
know
me.
either.
You
No.
done well, you deserve a medal.
Yeah, but you have to work hard to make a marriage successful. You have to work hard at
Yeah,
it.
we got
It
work
doesn't
ethic.
come natural, and there's no such thing as a perfect marriage.
No, might be
Was
no, only a perfect ending maybe. And that's just,
Well, no, because one of us is going to die before the other one, daft.
well, better not be me.
Oh,
Because
you don't
well,
go first.
well, no, but if you go first, I won't have to worry, will I, about you doing things and how to switch your phone on and how to answer a phone call and how to set an alarm, will I? Can you do any of that?
No, but I'd like to go to your
No,
funeral
but-
better.
You what?
Go to your funeral.
You'd rather go to my funeral? Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you'll be there, but you never know. You never know. I want a happy one. She wants everybody to be bloody crying at hers.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they
but
should be.
yeah, but it might be tears of joy, dear. Mightn't they?
No.
No.
Your man asked you to go down on him, trying to surprise him with 3 dicks at the same time. You go down on him, trying to surprise him with an itchy pussy.
Delivery on that one.
Squirrels. Squirrels.
Swiss roll.
Squirrels.
Swiss roll.
Squirrels.
Squirrels.
Yeah. Scare the socks off my feet. Scare
Scared
the socks.
of
The socks.
the socks.
Scare the socks.
Scared of the sky.
Scare the socks.
Scared of the song.
Just do the one word there.
Scare the
Scared the
socks
socks
Yeah.
off
of
my
my
feet.
feet.
Good one on your side, you lot.
Oh, we got here. Did you know?
Swiss rolls.
Did you know? Did you know?
Dig gold.
Did you
Did you
know?
go
No.
go
No.
alone?
No.
No.
Yeah. Did you know? The rock.
The
rock
was
was on
was hot.
was on
Was I
on
off
on.
on
Yeah. Master Chef.
my
Master Chef.
my
Master Chef.
Master Chef?
Wanker.
Harry
We,
Harry
when we,
Harry
angry,
Harry Harry Potter Harry Potter
Why are you saying it so weird?
What? Harry Potter
everybody,
has legs like an old banana.
you look surprised. I know.
Harry
Have you,
Harry
read this
Harry Potter
more, most,
Harry Potter
you turn this down a bit so I can hear her.
Harry
Read.
Harry
What?
Potter
My shirt?
Pot look at my pot
The? Is there a the in it?
No.
Oh.
Harry Potter has legs.
Just read it out normally, man.
Harry Potter has legs like an old banana.
Really?
Oh, Andy.
The wedding. Tell me about it.
1963, 1960. Do you know? I can't remember. 1964, wasn't it?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, 1964.
Was there a big drama before the wedding or something?
Yes, there
Someone
was a big drama before the wedding. That was his fault.
To the camera.
Oh, that was Andy's fault. A week before the wedding, he phoned me up at work to say, I think we're going to have to cancel the wedding because I haven't got any money.
Told you. Happened again.
So therefore, I said, well, come down tonight and we'll sort it out. And you went to your boss, didn't you?
Yeah.
And he said, let you off work, come down, sort it out. My mum put us in the room on her own, didn't she?
Yep.
And made up what we were going to do.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
And in the end, I agreed to go through with it. We made out, didn't we, with the...
Yeah. We did, didn't
Yeah,
you?
we made
You had
it
an
out.
old- Your mother, I remember the night before, she had this great big copper.
Yeah,
And
and
she had it full of potatoes, and she boiled all the potatoes up in this copper that you normally do your washing in, didn't she?
Yeah,
And
for
the
our,
wedding-
that's what we had, potatoes
and
at the cupboard
potatoes
for our meal.
And cold ham.
That's
And a
right.
bottle of brown ale on the table. And
That's
a glass
right.
of sherry as they came in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So she didn't have a
Yeah,
bloody
so that
raffle.
was a big drama because we thought the wedding would have to be cancelled.
But if it
I'd
wasn't,
scraped enough money though to pay for what he should have paid for.
that's me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then. we
So
went
if it
from
wasn't
there.
for your nana, Nathan, you wouldn't be here today.
No.
So you got to think yourself lucky.
Me and Andy got married on the 7th of March 1964. It was very cold. I had all my cousins as bridesmaids. In the morning we went and had our hair done. Then I had to get ready. My mum was fluffing about as normal. Got ready. Bridesmaids had left. That was just me. Where was me dad? Missing. Me dad was still at the pub. Auntie Cynthia and Uncle Ron had arrived with me page boy Stephen. Taxis then waiting to take me to the church. No sign of Dad. So me mum said to Uncle Ron, well, you'll have to give her away. And then Auntie Cynthia said, well, he's got a jumper on under his jacket. No, Ron, get your jumper off. You can't give her away like that. Which I was quite pleased that was going to be me Uncle Ron. And as soon as he got his jumper off, me dad staggered in the door, drunk. So who did I have? Me dad give me away. When we got outside the church, there was loads of people watching, and I was clinging to me dad to keep him up. Walked down the aisle, Dad still clinging to me, and I think I had to hold him all the way through the ceremony. Everybody thought, what a lovely Dad, how he was holding me. But he wasn't holding me, I was holding him. And then when it come to the speech, what Dad should say, lovely things about the daughter, he was so drunk all you could hear was a mumble. So that's what sort of dad I had. We page boys and they did look beautiful. And then in the evening, no, but for the main meal in those days you had cold meat, different types of pickle and new potatoes. And I think me auntie and volunteers waited on the tables. My mum had cooked all the potatoes in the morning, so they'd all done it themselves. Then in the evening we bought barrels of beer for the men, and we had somebody to serve that up for us. And as for your entertaining, we had a man came with a record player, and he was just playing records, but we had a lovely time, because in those days we used to jive and quick step, all that sort of thing. And then, do you want me to wait for Granddad for the next bit? When we went for a honeymoon?
Our honeymoon was one night in Station Hotel, right opposite the station.
That's right.
That's right. I had my pyjamas on, and we...
The tea lady coming in the morning.
You heard the trolley coming along the corridor. I said, what's that? So, quick, quick, hide, she said. I said, we're married now, you don't have to hide from anybody.
So I did, didn't I? Put the sheet over my head.
Yeah.
And you said, yes please, I'll have a cup of tea.
And then, where did we go? We went to the I Do Home exhibition, was it, in London?
Yeah, we stayed with your mate in Ipswich. And then one day we went to the Ideal Home exhibition, and that was our honeymoon.
Yeah.
And then we lived with Nana and Grandad for 6-7 weeks.
Yeah.
And we got a small flat.
No, a flat on Woodbridge Road, didn't we?
Yeah, in Ipswich.
Cobblers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
1 room flat.
In Ipswich.
And it was just the main 1 room, and that's the bedroom as well. And that we had to have a fold-down settee, didn't we?
Yeah, and then we moved into Barry Quarters at Watersham.
Yeah, that's right. She used to get £5 a week housekeeping, and it kept and paid for everything. We still had change at the end of the week to eat, didn't we? What about that time when you got on the bus and that bloke? Go on, tell them about the time. She used to get on the bus from Hawley, from Ipswich Station. Train from Hawley to Ipswich. Then you got on the bus and you had to change buses at the top.
And when I got on the train, I sat down and this old man said, just sat staring, I never thought nothing. Then when I got off the train, got on the bus to get to our flat, he paid for my fare. And I said, no, you don't have to pay for my fare, I didn't know him. And he go, yes, he paid for it, and then he asked me for a drink and I daren't say no. So I went for a drink and then come home and you went mad, didn't you?
Well, bloody did. You got a stranger on the bloody train, following you on the bus, paying for your fare. You could have been anybody.
Yeah, but then you got on the train.
I used to meet you after that, yeah.
Yeah.
Made sure you didn't do it again.
Own. Yeah.
Yeah, she would have done though. Anything for a free bloody bus ticket. You get a bus pass now, we don't use them.
Right.
These have usually had it by this time of the year. Here we are on the first week in November and everything is still flowering. Normally these would be just a hunk of just green, mouldy brown leaves, but for some reason our climate this year has changed quite a lot of things. And these keep coming on and on and on, which they shouldn't be, but all we can do is just keep trimming them back until they're ready to die. Say, Nathan would love to get into gardening. I know he's success with these tomato plants one year maybe, but look at that, just look at them. They shouldn't be here. We just have to move them and give them a second chance. But I do love getting out here when you get out of her way. Everything grows. I've got everything of my own, got my own hair. Oh, no I haven't. These are not right. I had to borrow these for somebody the other day, but they work. I thought you'd like that, Nathan. I know your Nana's going to say, what the hell's he done that for? She's always saying put your bloody teeth in or don't leave them lying about. Yet she's got teeth, all false. I didn't know that, mind you, until we had birth of our first daughter, Donna. And I went to the birth, I was there at the birth, as I was for most of them. And then when I went in, I'd flown all the way back from Gibraltar to see Donna being born. And then there was a set of teeth on the table beside your Nana. And I said, who's they? And she looked at me with gummy lips. She said, they're mine. She's always had a thing about my teeth when I leave them lying about, even though I put them in a jar every other night. But we all can't be perfect.
Can I get you a drink or anything?
No, I'm fine. Just tell her to shut up. Deborah! Deborah!
She's on the phone.
Well, we know she's on the bloody phone.
We're gonna have to go again.
Why?
Because the fucking kettle's boiling.
Tell them, will you, to sort themselves out. We're filming here, tell them.
Okay, hold on, yeah.
Tell your mother. We're filming. Tell her to be quiet. Is that her?
They're just making a quick cup of tea, it's alright.
Yeah.
Trying to run a tight ship here, haven't we?
I know.
Yeah,
Interrupted me filming here. I'm on a roll. Oh, Deb, you're like me.
Am I?
Split me in each of me. Ain't she?
How's Grandad look?
Yeah. Ain't she?
Don't know, I look
My
like.
Deb.
Oh, you just
It's
Grandad,
me.
hang on.
Oh, that's Grandad.
Oh, Grandad's got you. Oh, look,
Yeah.
look.
Every time you face it, no, every time you face it.
No, that's me.
Yeah, I know
Wait,
that.
stand up and look at Dad.
Oh.
Wait, Dad, hang on. Oh, there he is.
Oh, it won't be too bad if I lose all my hair.
No.
I look better than you, Bill.
I love Andy because he's generous, he's kind, he's always been a hands-on dad, very hands-on dad, and he's willing to help anybody. Yeah, sometimes I think he is he's funny in what he comes out with. And he do the most stupidest things. He always have done. Even when the children were growing up, he used to tell them silly things. He used to tell them when he was driving the car, if they said to him, he told them to say wipe at the window screen, and he'd press a button and the window wipers would start. But the children didn't know that, so they used to say wipe, and the windows would go backwards and forwards. They'd think that was magic, but that weren't. That was him, the silly fool.
He did that to me as well.
Oh, he done that to you as well?
Yeah, he kept saying, "Oh, I've got this new thing on my car. Say like volume up, volume down."
That's
the radio.
right. Yeah, he always used to do silly things like that.
Do you remember being like really happy?
We were the most happiest we've been is when we were in Germany. We spent 3 years in there. We had a lovely life there. We were relaxed. We had a good social life. The children were happy. We took them out every weekend. They went to Holland. We used to take them to Holland most weekends. Belgium, all over the place. Even in the winter we used to take them out and have a picnic in the snow just to get them out. Done lovely things with them.
It's been a wonderful life, to say. 82 this year, 59 years of marriage this year. Can't complain. I've never been a clever person. Only clever thing I did was pick your mum, or your nana should I say. I'll always love her for what she is. But to me, we made a perfect marriage in the end. Even though you say there's no such thing as a perfect marriage, our marriage has been very, very loving and successful. And I can only say it's the best thing I ever did. What about my sporting activities? Never was a sportsman. Snooker maybe. Worked at the snooker club. I ran that for 3 years. Used to run the bingo down there. And it was good. The jackpots got up to £1,000 at one time, and you should have seen the faces of people when your nana won the jackpot of £1,000, because I was calling the numbers, but everybody here has the same chance. You just had the right ticket. Yeah, it's not bad. Golf club. Oh, it's in security. That's right. Car sales and security. I did car sales at Turners in Eden Market when they sold the Fiats. Then I went to the co-op and did car sales there. I enjoyed it. Bit of gift of the gab and listened to what people around wanted, and didn't force nothing on them. They made their own choices. The snooker club, good. Another 4 years experience. Never been a very educated person, but I think I know a lot. But I'm sure Nana always puts me right when there's something I don't know and she thinks she knows it. But what can I say? That's how life is. That's how we go.
Can you talk to me about how you got started as Santa Claus, or what year you
Santa
started?
Claus? Oh, Father Christmas, that's right. I think the first time we did Father Christmas was when we were living in Germany. I used to do that.
Someone asked him to be Father Christmas. And then after then he bought his own outfit, and he put advertising on our local shop, which we called the Naffy. Anybody wanting Father Christmas to call on Christmas Eve to put their name down. And we thought there'd be just 1 or 2 people. And it turned out that he used to have to leave the house at 5 o'clock at night. Sometimes at Christmas Eve he didn't get back until 10.
Heidi was 6, so it's 1975. I started off as Father Christmas in Germany. That was a nice posting. I carried on doing it until a couple of years back, and then Ian's taken it over now, so it's your dad. He's taken over the Father Christmas role. Father Christmas, it's just lovely seeing the children's faces. It helped for the ones that didn't believe in Father Christmas, and when he actually turned up on Christmas Eve, it was great. There was one visit I remember quite clearly, and I went round to their house and knocked on the door, and this little boy came out. Sandra Smith was the name of the mother. I can't remember the little boy's name. All he had on was a little vest. And I said, "What do you want for Christmas?" He said, "A pair of pyjamas, please." And it sort of touches you when you come up like that.
He'd done it for hours. Ours was, he used to stop at our house halfway through his round and call and see our children. Heidi was frightened, and they hadn't got a clue that was her own dad. They actually thought Father Christmas had come to see them. And he was Father Christmas for about 48 years, and he loved it. Oh, do I have to say? Yes, I am. That's been a good marriage, and I love him very much, even to this day.
Ditto, ditto. We'll have our differences, but we still have each other.
Yes.
Nobody can take that away from us.
No, we can't.
No. And we have so many lovely memories of all the family, all through the years, all their ups and downs. They've been here for us, and we're definitely
Always
there for them. That's always us. That's what a family's about. How about that then, Scotty? Is that enough for you now?
Yeah.
That's good.
Just tell the camera cut and we're over.
Cut, camera.
Cut, camera. War and Peace.
War and Peace. Is that a war for the white, I take it?
No, that's an American, between the North and South, with
Okay.
Americans. No, it isn't. War and Peace. Yeah, war. No, that was France. In the Civil War of France, that was. Yeah, that's right, Civil War. Yeah, it's in France. Nothing to do with America. Yeah.
She was like, oh yeah, it's to do with...
America, didn't I? And then I realised, no, it isn't, that's France.
What's France?
That was about France.
What was? War and Peace?
Yeah.
But Russia.